In this short video, I will demonstrate the use of SurveyAssist to quickly fill out a survey template from pre-built standard phrases. First, I will show the basic process of choosing and inserting phrases into the ongoing Word document, and then I will talk a little about the phrase files themselves and how you can create and maintain your own stock text. In the Word document, my cursor is now ready for me to enter my survey text for the building's chimneys. I press the Ctrl/ combination, which is the hotkey to bring SurveyAssist into focus. Now, as I type a phrase number and optional letters, SurveyAssist shows me the phrase it believes I am trying to complete. If the phrase includes additional free text, as this one will do, then SurveyAssist will lead me through entering that too, before finally the completed phrase is pasted back into Word, and my editing cursor is ready for me to continue working in Word or to enter a subsequent phrase. I'm just working through a couple of examples here so that you can see the process. I press Ctrl/ to bring up SurveyAssist. I type the phrase number that I want with any optional text that I need to include, press return, and the phrase is pasted into Word. And again, this is a standard boilerplate phrase. I'll repeat this process a couple more times because it can be difficult on the video to see exactly what's going on. So I press the Ctrl/ key, I enter the phrase number I want, press return. This particular phrase has nothing additional to add, and it's gone into Word. Again, this particular phrase now has a piece of required text, and you can see I'm now inputting that, and that gets copied into the document. One more example, or another piece of boilerplate text. Now I will illustrate how you would switch between different phrase files. This is done in SurveyAssist using the book icon, which you can see here. Pressing the book icon will show you the phrase files that the software currently has loaded. There can be 3 at any point in time. Just simply pick the phrase file that you want, and SurveyAssist will start to use that one instead. As an example, I will demonstrate here phrase 161 will be different between the 2 phrase files I've got loaded. Here in the Home Survey L2 phrases, 161 is relating to the weather at the time of the inspection. If I change to the sample phrase file that we include, 161 is now a phrase regarding the roof. You can see again, change 161 in one file is different to the phrase in another file. You can quickly change between the files, and in fact the configuration of these is something you can do yourself, and I'm going to cover that in a moment. The software includes a document covering the functions and the format of the phrase file in detail. I will cover some of the key points here. A phrase file is a simple text file which can be edited in Notepad or any text editor you may wish to use. If you decide to work on the phrases in something a little more heavyweight, such as Word or even Excel, you will need to export the file as plain text again before it can be used in SurveyAssist. Each phrase begins on a line starting with an equal sign, followed by a number, and finally an asterisk. This is the combination that tells SurveyAssist that the remainder of this block of text is a phrase. If you use a phrase number more than once, the software will use the last occurrence of the number, so the one later in the file. The numbers don't have to be in numerical order, and the sequence of numbers doesn't have to be complete, so you can jump from 100 to 110 to 450 to 15, whatever makes sense to your existing way of working and how you choose to organize your phrases. A phrase will continue on until the software sees a completely blank line, or a line starting with a sequence to denote a new phrase. If you want to include white space, such as a paragraph break and then a resumption of more text within the same phrase, there is a specific tag to help you do this. Each phrase may contain options. These are denoted by letters of the alphabet. Again, you do not have to use all of the letters, and the choices do not have to follow in alphabetical order. There are some punctuation and syntax options that you can use to help build compound clauses. There is also a syntax for including further common text after a sequence of choices. Phrases can include typeface commands too. Presently, the software supports bold, italic, and underline. And phrases can also include free text, a section of text that SurveyAssist will expect you to enter after you've completed selecting the phrase and any options for it. Finally, text in the file that does not begin with a phrase start syntax is treated as a comment, or rather as a narrative for your own purposes in the file itself. You may find this helpful when maintaining the phrases. Out of the box, the software expects to find these phrases on the local machine. However, it is possible to store the files on a network and have several different machines all sharing the same files at the same time. Just to illustrate some of these samples we have here, this phrase is a punctuation option test. And you can see as I start to include further options here, you may see that the syntax is being updated such that we have comma and sensible punctuation around option A, comma, option B and option C. If I now add in option D, you'll see it's become option A, comma, option B, comma, option C and option D, etc. Another phrase would be just an ordinary test here where there is no clever punctuation going on between the phrases, option A, option B, option C, just option A and D there. Here is an example of how bold, italic and underline appear. And here is the example of a free text one. At this point, if I press return, which would normally tell SurveyAssist to go and put the text into the word processor, it's going to go on to a subsequent section where I can put in my free text. That's a very brief overview of SurveyAssist and the phrases file format within SurveyAssist.